Welcome back, history buffs and curious minds. Today, we're diving into the realm of lesser-known historical events that had a huge impact on our world. But hey, who says history can't be hilarious? Get ready for a wild ride as we count down. Buckle up, folks. 20. The Great Emu War. Kicking off our list at number 20, we have the Great Emu War. That's right, folks. Australia went to war with emus. Apparently, these birds weren't just about feathers and funny dances. They launched a full-scale invasion on Aussie farms, and the army was sent in. Spoiler alert, the emus won. 19. The Dancing Plague of 1518. Host. Moving on to number 19, we have the Dancing Plague of 1518. Forget about flash mobs, this was a spontaneous dancing outbreak. People in Strasbourg, France just could not stop dancing for weeks. It's like a never-ending party, except without the snacks and DJ. 18. The Great Molasses Flood. Number 18 brings us to the Great Molasses Flood of 1919. Yep, you heard it right. A tidal wave of sticky molasses engulfed the streets of Boston. Talk about a sweet disaster. I bet the cleanup crew had a sticky situation on their hands. 17. The Battle of Caransebes. At number 17, we have the Battle of Caransebes. Picture this. Two factions of the Austrian army got into a heated argument over alcohol, and it escalated into a full-blown battle. The only problem? The enemy wasn't even there yet. Oops, talk about shooting yourself in the foot. 16. The Great Toilet Paper Shortage. Moving on to number 16, we have a topic that still haunts our bathroom habits today, the Great Toilet Paper Shortage. Who knew that an everyday necessity could cause such chaos? When a rumor spread about a toilet paper shortage, panic buying ensued. Let's just say it got a little messy. 15. The Big Stink. Coming in at number 15, we have the Big Stink of 1858. Imagine walking through the streets of London with a handkerchief over your nose, trying to escape the unbearable stench of sewage. This event was a real nose pincher and played a crucial role in modern sanitation systems. Thank goodness for sewers. Number 14 takes us to the Pig War of 1859. No, it's not about pigs having a fight club. It's about a territorial dispute between the United States and Britain over a pig that trampled a garden. The conflict escalated, and both sides ended up sending warships and troops. Thankfully, no actual shots were fired, but it was a close call. 13. The Great Emancipator's wrestling career. Coming in at number 13, we have a little-known fact about a historical figure. Did you know that before Abraham Lincoln became the 16th President of the United States, he was a wrestler? Yep, Honest Abe knew how to throw down in the ring. Talk about body slamming your way to the top. 12. The Great Typo that created an empire. Moving on to number 12, we have the Great Typo that created an empire. Back in 1872, a clerk made a minor mistake while typing up a contract. And just like that, the United States bought Alaska from Russia for a mere $7.2 million. Oops, seems like a pretty good deal for a typo, huh? 11. The Great Cheese Riot. At number 11, we have the Great Cheese Riot of 1766. Hold on to your crackers, folks. In the village of Gloucestershire, England, a crowd went berserk over a high-priced cheese. They rioted in the streets, burned effigies, and even attacked the homes of the cheese sellers. Now that's what I call a cheesy revolt. 10. The Great Ice Cream War. We've reached the top 10, and at number 10, we have the Great Ice Cream War of 1984. It's not what you think, folks. In Glasgow, Scotland, rival ice cream truck drivers started a turf war over lucrative ice cream routes. It sounds like a cold-blooded conflict, but hey, who can resist the temptation of a 99 flake? 9. The Great Beard Tax. Coming in at number 9, we have the Great Beard Tax of 1705. The Russian Emperor Peter the Great decided to impose a tax on beards to bring his country into the modern age. And guess what? If you wanted to keep your facial hair, you had to carry around a special token to prove you paid your beard tax. Talk about a hairy situation. 8. The Great Moon Hoax. Number 8 takes us to the Great Moon Hoax of 1835. The New York Sun newspaper published a series of articles claiming that life had been discovered on the moon. People were astounded until they found out it was all a hoax. That's one giant leap for deception. The Great Bed War. At number 7, we have the Great Bed War of 1376. Imagine a dispute between two tavern owners over who owned a particular bed. This argument escalated into a full-blown conflict involving supporters, local authorities, and even a court case. Talk about losing sleep over a bed. 6. The Great Chicken War. Moving on to number 6, we have the Great Chicken War of 1969. This poultry predicament involved El Salvador and Honduras, two neighboring countries that clashed during a World Cup qualifying match. The rivalry got so intense that it sparked a military conflict. Who knew chickens had such diplomatic power? 5. The Great Ketchup Revolution. At number 5, we have the Great Ketchup Revolution of 1869. In New York City, a food merchant by the name of Henry J. Heinz introduced his revolutionary ketchup. Yes, folks, we're talking about the iconic condiment that now goes with everything. It was a revolution that forever changed the way we enjoy fries. 4. The Great Balloon Riot. Coming in at number 4, we have the Great Balloon Riot of 1864. During the American Civil War, Union soldiers took a break from the battlefield to enjoy a hot air balloon exhibition. Well, things got a little out of hand when the balloon accidentally crashed into a building, causing chaos and panic. Let's just say it wasn't a smooth landing. 3. The Great Hat Tossing Incident. We've reached the top 3, and at number 3 we have the Great Hat Tossing Incident of 1845. It all started when two gentlemen accidentally dropped their hats onto the floor at a social gathering. Well, instead of picking them up, everyone else began tossing their hats as well. It turned into a hat-throwing frenzy. I guess they took the saying hats off to you a bit too literally. 2. The Great Napoleonic Escape. Number 2 on our list brings us to the Great Napoleonic Escape of 1815. Napoleon Bonaparte, the famous French military leader, was exiled to the island of Elba. But guess what? He managed to escape and make his way back to France, where he even regained power for a short time. Talk about a comeback story that would make Hollywood jealous. 1. The Great Mime Uprising. And finally, at number 1, we have the Great Mime Uprising of 1923. Yes, you heard it right. In Paris, a group of mimes rose up against their critics and staged a protest in the streets. They silently expressed their discontent and demanded recognition for their art. I guess actions really do speak louder than words. And there you have it, folks. 20 lesser-known historical events that shaped the world. And boy, did they keep us entertained. History truly has its fair share of quirky and hilarious moments. Remember, it's not just about the textbooks and serious stuff. There's a lot of fun hidden in the annals of time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more intriguing and laughter-inducing historical content. Until